Vincent.
No. I want my real government name.
Hey, stop! I'm recording. Ah! I'm alive.
You're alive.
Um.
He's so happy. Look at him. He's all happy. He's such a nice, happy boy.
Shush. Oh wait, I forgot I'm on cam. I fucking went live with myself on cam. I fucked up. Whatever.
You can do whatever you
You
want.
can just delete it.
Yeah, that's true. I could just leave it. What's
You
up,
look nice.
YouTube? Wait, I feel like look at him. What's up, YouTube? This is your boy, Cosmic Commune. We're at Cosmic Commune with Prometheus, Venom, and this communist dude. What's your name? What do I say your name is?
Derek. I thought I changed my name here.
Okay, and Derek. Back to yapping. What were you yapping about?
We can't talk. That's classified.
Oh yeah, no, I was talking about how Native American people, I think up until 2021, you could go on the reservation, and if you weren't native, they couldn't arrest you. Like the police on the reservation couldn't arrest you, and it was also hard for the police to arrest you because they can't just go on the reservation make an arrest. It's not their like area. So in order to get you prosecuted if you hit someone or even rape someone or kidnap someone, you have to go through so many legal loopholes. So I think even to this day, it's still like hard to persecute people who are non-native on native land. And there's groups, there's gangs within the community. They're like they will form gangs and they'll help people, outsiders, come in and kidnap people, do drugs, sell drugs in their community and shit like that. For some money, because their living conditions are poor.
How do you know that? How do you know all that?
I was looking into it. I was curious.
Are you bi-curious?
A little. I was curious because they always say, "Oh, well, Native people are kidnapped and murdered the most out of like any like group in the U.S." It just isn't like talked about as much because there's little of them.
Hold on, you're touching me in my feelings right now. This is actually a very good topic. Like it's horrible, but people like say black people had it the worst and stuff, but come on, bro. Like, what about the natives, man? What about the natives?
They talk about it all the time, and they've been on the rise. There's a lot more native people being born right now than there was like ever in history, and they've been making like big improvements. But yeah, no, like they got the worst of like anyone here. Like most of their people got eradicated, and then they're put on these reservations with like all these weird laws and restrictions, and then nobody even talked about it. Everyone focuses on the other races because there's more of them.
And it was so messed up that we're like, all right, we're gonna colonize your native land and shove you like into a dark desert hole where you can do whatever the fuck you want and gamble. But thank you for the rest of your land, though, and sorry that we're giving you like the nicest desert holes we can offer. But yeah, thank you. Like I don't know, that's pretty much what happened.
It's kind of weird how we make distinctions between American natives and then like just the natives like that's right in like California and Mexico and like all the Aztec and Mayan descendants, which are like small portions of Mexico today that still are like Venom has some native Mexican DNA in him. He looks kind of Asian. He has like kind of chinky eyes. And then so 100% Venom's like kind of native as well, but because like America came and took over one region, you look at like Native Americans as something different from like the Aztecs or Mayans, but they're very closely related. They're very like they're right beside each other. Most of their DNA is infused with like whatever Apache or whatever southern tribes there were in America or Navajo. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, and correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, you probably know a little more about this Taco Bell, but I think within Mexican culture, you have like biases towards people who are more native or European. Like they'll favor people who are more European in certain parts of Mexico than they would if you have more like native descent. Kind of like if you have like more Spanish or like Mayan or what. I don't think it is.
That's actually very true. It's a giant hypocrisy
Hypocrisy.
shit show. And it's weird because like Conrad said, the way I look, like you can tell, like I'm like I'm Mexican, but you could tell that I'm mixed. So I felt like a little prejudice from like Mexican people, only a little bit, not all of them are like that, but they'll be like a full on Spanish white looking Mexican guy with blue eyes and shit. But he like when he speaks, it's like super Mexican or whatever. It's like really good Spanish, and he would get treated way better than I would get treated. I guess it's more of like the way you speak. But this guy looked like actually fucking white, and then they would tell me that I look white and that I am white. But I've seen like actual people that look like they're white, and then they just starts like saying like just start going full on Spanish mode and like
Venom.
fucking,
Venom, turn on your camera for my stream.
I can't. I need a haircut. I need a haircut.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Come on and be legendary. It'll be saved on YouTube for all of history.
All right, only
Go do it.
if I can go rinse my cup and get some soda.
Alright, go do it. But yeah. Everything that happened to the natives are fucked up. What do you think would be the solution? Like if you were president or whatever of wait, you're American, right?
Hard. Dude, it'd be hard because a lot of it, the damage is done, and the only thing you can do is just maybe in some way dissolve the reservations. And I don't know like all the ins and outs about it, but a lot of their problem just seems to be that they're put on this like special land and treated like this special group of people. And if it doesn't really do anything, and it's kind of made out to be like a pity thing, but it just slows them down. It makes it hard for any like them to prosecute people, and that's why crime is rampant in their communities. And it just be like I think dissolving a lot of the bullshit or like the reservations and like only keeping like the good aspects of it.
No, I don't. I do not agree with that because that situation is similar to the Palestine situation. And to say it's like, oh, the best thing to do for them is to dissolve Palestine, just have one state of Israel,
Yeah.
and everyone just treated evenly, and there's no apartheid, and everyone is treated like an Israeli. But now Palestine is gone. No, their entire statehood is gone. That can't be an option. What would be the option is like reparations, giving them more money, like fucking giving them a bunch of fucking cash because we stole their land and we're
that's
profiting
what I mean.
off of their
the
nation.
good parts of the reservations. You dissolve the bad parts of it, and you kind of like stop with this whole like trick of like pretending like you pity them, and it's really just a way to like hold back the community. You know what I mean? And you treat them more like they're just like normal citizens that can participate in society, I think.
That could participate in a society, but they still need their own land because, again, their numbers would eventually get.
Well, yeah, well, they should keep
they
their
won't
land.
even
That's what I mean. Like,
exist
they should
anymore.
keep it like the Navajo Nation and like all these, but
like
I
me.
think, yeah.
For Canada, what I would do is I would make in the House of Commons in the actual like governance board a whole committee of Native American like tribal elders, like their top like research studied people from each like tribe. They all have a committee for themselves, and whatever law we want to pass has to go through this committee of Native Americans, and it has to be approved by them. So now they have way more governing power and legislation and a hand in governing with us. And we can't get anything approved unless they approve of it. So if they're not pleased with us and they're not pleased with what we're doing, they could just cancel any law or legislation we try to make and be until like, oh, you make our concessions first. And then we have to make their concessions or we can't pass any fucking laws.
You're right. Yeah, no. And I guess what I mean by dissolve, I don't really mean dissolve like the reservations. I mean like get rid of laws like you have to be this percentage of native to participate in a ritual or to like join like a certain religious sector or whatever. Like I guess stop having all of these legal parameters and trying to like choke them out and like make less and less of them every year and make like the restriction like higher and higher. I think that's fucked up. Like what they do there. And I guess like they should give them more money, But I think something people misunderstand is some of these reservations have a lot. Like Navajo, I think they have a lot of money. The problem is that it's just not equal. Like there's certain reservations that have a lot, and they're doing really well for themselves. There's others that are like dirt poor and they don't have anything, and those are the ones that need like the most attention. Some can handle themselves and they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, but we like massacred these populations to a few like small million or whatever, right?
Yeah.
There's not many natives, and then so few small million, and from each tribe it's like very much smaller than a million, and then so the point is that they're trying to preserve their people their way in a nation that has invaded them and took over everything else away from them. Again, you have to look at Palestine for a good example of how detrimental that is for these people. And it's like having only the West Bank exist and there's no other part of Palestine. You know what I mean? And that's the only part that's left. Obviously, you're going to want to preserve these people, and obviously, you're going to want to keep their culture, or everything's just going to eventually become, after a few decades of Israelis marrying into Palestinians, everything will just become Israeli. Right, and there will be no Palestinian people anymore. They'll be completely erased and off the map. They'll be completely culturally assimilated, and the whole thing is gone. So, like, there's this perspective that like we should all become like one culture or something. Like we should all just merge together, because in the future everyone's just going to merge together and become one thing, and who cares, because all we should do is socialism and care about the working class people and yada yada yada. But if culture diversity is not there, life is going to be very boring. I'm telling you, if we're all the same, life is going to be so fucking boring. I like that there's like gay people, straight people, religious people, atheist people, because it's more diversity to.
Oh shit. No, I agree with you. Man.
So I definitely want to preserve these people. Definitely want to help them preserve themselves. And even if it's the cost of us, I would, if I could rule the world, I would make everyone not own a home, no mansions. No one could own a mansion. No one could own a 3-door garage, home, or even a 2-door garage. Actually, no home. I wouldn't even let no. And I would just do Soviet blocks, and all around those Soviet blocks would be like schools and hospitals and firefighter departments and everything you need, markets and grocery stores. Everything you need to survive is around your block. So you don't got to go far. You really don't got to go far. And so everything would be like Soviet blocks. And when you put everyone into a Soviet block, like apartments, like 20-story or whatever story apartments, and if you put everyone into that and you take away all housing, like all houses, all house lands, you could fit everyone into a major metropolis area. You could fit like all of California into Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Right? And then so when you do that, there's so much more land now to give to the natives, so they could invent their own like style TP, native style TPs or whatever they want to do, and they could like be their own communities. They can have their own communities. They can have their. We could all just live in metropolises, and we don't need to take up all this farmland either, because we could just do vertical style farming in the future, and we could just build stories on stories of vertical style farming. And we could just live off of like a metropolis area or a city, just like the larger LA area.
If I could do whatever I wanted, right? I guess what I would do is, I would give them more money, and I would give them money, and any like one that where they're running out of water or anything like that, they get more shit for infrastructure there, and also for their police force to be more powerful, and they can arrest people like outside of the reservation. They don't have to like follow like really strict U.S. law. And if someone's outside of the fucking clan or whatever, they like can't like fucking do shit to them. I think that's bullshit, man. And I would give and I would like. Dude, and probably like help them set up anti-corruption like shit too, to get rid of all of the gangs and the mafias that like try to sell out their own community and like destroy it.
But you already know gang and violence and all that kind of stuff comes from poverty. If you could solve poverty, you're going to solve most of that crime. So obviously, if you just got to meet their standards of living needs, and that should be met in a nation where everything is robbed from you and everything from your land. Like
Oh
all
yeah,
the
no, I
resources
know.
we use
Yeah,
in
you're
America,
right.
all the oil we dig out of the ground, that's their fucking oil. What the fuck? We don't give them nothing from
I
that.
mean, like the ones that want that exploit the system and they want to keep exploiting after everything's done. After like the quality of life's improved, but they're like, oh, I can still help like sell people and deal with drugs here and shit. And, I think like yeah, they should like be more strict because like the crime in the community is really high, and it's like it's shit.
But
Not
yeah,
everywhere, but because it's gotten a lot better now. Like I've looked into it, and their quality of life has improved a lot, and they've made a lot of advancements,
and a
that's
lot
really
of it
good.
was the trick of alcohol. A lot of them are alcoholics, and that's
Yeah,
because they have that receptive gene where, like, how the colonizers got them in the first place was selling them alcohol. They would trade them alcohol for beaver pellets and all that kind of stuff, and they'll get them addicted because they'll get drunk and they never had it before, and they'll keep coming back more and more, like
oh
crack fiends,
shit,
like alcohol crack fiends. And that's how the Europeans stole all their land from them and made them sell out each other and made them fight against each other. It was divide and conquer tactics using drugs.
yeah,
That's how they did it to Chinese with opium, you know, and they do it all the time. They do it to the Colombians with drugs and coke and all that kind of shit. And really, it's the American imperial system always. Colonizers are just imperialists, always using like drugs to take from, like, just like a drug dealer would. It's like when a drug dealer
yeah.
knows he
No,
has a
you're
bunch of
right.
crack fiends that are addicted to him. He's like,
I
oh,
have a
I can get whatever
question.
I want
Do
from
you
you.
do you think that they were far more advanced than we give them credit for? Because you said, oh, they'll make TPs and shit. A lot of them did, but I've heard like
Yeah, I
stories
meant like
around the
longhouse. I
ground.
really meant like longhouses. They meant like teepees and
Yeah,
longhouses.
I was joking, but like motherfucking no, I mean like they had like stone structures I heard too, like in the Grand Canyon and stuff like that.
Yeah. The
Yeah, and
Aztec
that
and everything. Yeah.
and even pyramids, they're starting to build pyramids. Well,
Uh,
they were at least at a point where they were starting to make civilization how we made it in the Middle East
Yep.
years and years ago, like
Yep.
when Jericho was being brought up and stuff like that in Jerusalem, all those places. Um so But they were just starting that, and they were advanced in like other ways, like farming. There's farming techniques were kind of good and shit like that. But a lot of it comes from the fact that they just didn't really need to make stone structures. They had like the trees, and they had like that the way the environment was. I think they could just live off the land like really well for years and years. They didn't really need to advance in a
Uh,
lot of ways that like
with
people in the Middle East did.
Yeah, with the natives in Canada, the totem poles, like, they're very colorful and they look like very spiritual with like different animal heads and everything like that. I always like go on AI and like try to design like just ideas for homes that look Native American, like more modern day, like looking Native American, or even
Yeah.
buildings like that. And it always looks way better and way more creative and way more of a vibrant, like, place that you would actually want to live in, rather than all the gray cement that you see around here and all these like fucking
Cookie
windows
cutter
of like,
homes, man.
yeah, and all that kind of stuff that you see in cities. And then it doesn't really look like inviting. It doesn't really look vibrant. It doesn't really look lively. It doesn't really look like thing. Like, I feel like modern architecture should reflect nature more than anything else, and that's what the natives did really well with their early architecture, and we could like learn from them and make their own. That actually looks like a vibrant,
Or
like,
that
place
dude,
to
that
their.
won't happen. That won't happen in a long time until like some
Yeah,
like rich guys like wants to set up some sort of I don't know, cultural enrichment project or some stupid shit like that.
true.
Because dude, the reason why everything's like a stone shitty mud hut is just because that's like the simplest template to make, the cheapest template to make. That's why fucking yeah, that's what I hate about the system we live in right now. It just promotes this like laziness. Where yeah, like we just make like a bunch of shitty
True,
like
true. Which, yeah,
minimalist like bullshit.
yeah.
Minimalistic bullshit in my head.
That's all Venom thinks
And
about.
all like the passion projects people make, they're usually like they're ass. They're like abstract art, and it's just fancy and weird for the sake of being fancy and weird. Like they'll make like a giant reflective hut in the middle of the desert or some shit like that. And it's just like a giant like rectangle. It looks like a reflective penis in the middle of the desert. I just don't get it.
Why can't it be like a reflective vagina in the middle of the desert? Why does
Yeah,
that
and
have
that's
to
what
be
I'm
penis?
saying. And these architecture people, they're no,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
no,
get
they're
what you're saying.
gay.
What's up with that? Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah, what is up with?
Well, the people in architecture, they obsess over like phallic imagery. Everything has to be like towers and shit that looks like penises and balls.
And it's all to point their worship and their allegiance towards Osiris, the Egyptian demon.
Well, we need to like build into the ground. That's the problem. And people talk about like earthquakes and all the buildings shaking. Oh, what we're gonna build into the ground.
You know, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm just gonna say it. I've been watching a lot of Ancient Aliens lately, and they're saying a lot of scary shit now.
About what?
And they're just saying scary shit. You should go watch their new shit right now. I mean, an example, like I tell my buddy, Mr. Nobody, this shit every day, and I don't know how he could process it. I can't process it. When I was a kid, I was freaking the fuck out, scared to go to sleep when I was learning this shit. But apparently, the Shiva god or whatever, the Hindu demons are alive, bro, and they're in one of the Amazon jungles or some shit, or the Asian jungles,
That's cool.
and they're actively there. People know about them, and it's fucking invisible, and it fucks with people, and it's fucking there, and that's like one of the things Ancient Aliens is talking about.
So everyone
And-
watching right now, Venom is #1 conspiracy theorist. He is our Alex Jones in the chat. That's Venom.
Yes. Yeah, and so just to cut it up short, basically they go over these old sites, dude, and they got all these tunnels, like they got these big ass like underground cities, and then you see like these hieroglyphs with like ant people and shit, and that was
Yes.
like a cataclysmic fucking asteroid attack or some shit. Like this shit is known to be happening to us like every day apparently. Like there's always asteroids always trying to hit our Earth, or it does hit our Earth. And things are just about to be crazier and crazier, and it's gonna get scarier and scarier. But I mean, what is life without danger? You know. Excuse me.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about like because you're talking about Project like Bluebeam, right, or some shit like that.
No, not necessarily. I did kind of make a little slight nod towards that, but not necessarily talking about that.
Do you
We're just
believe
talking
in
about
that? Do you
everything.
believe in Project Bluebeam?
I don't remember which one. There's two of them. There's Project Blue Book and Bluebeam. I don't remember which one is which.
I think it's
always
Blue.
mix them up.
I know. Well, I know one is based off a Star Trek episode. I know that. I know one of them is like rip for rip. Like it came out moments after a Star Trek episode came out, and that's what they based the whole theory on.
Welcome,
The whole like
ladies.
project.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Lala, you are being
Yeah, we're on.
you are being recorded. If you're okay with
Oh,
that.
Do you
really?
believe? Do you believe
Yes.
in Project Girl Farm? And
Project
like, do you
what?
believe in like remote
Project-
viewing and shit? Taco Bell.
Oh, the remote viewing. There's actually CIA documentation that you can go research yourself. I'm pretty sure.
Do you think it's
I'm pretty
real,
sure
or do you
that
think
stuff
it's just
is
some
probably-
guy like doing a money laundering project?
No, there's no way it's money laundering. There's got to be something to it because I know these are tests being done when individuals are awake, but the mind is a very powerful tool. Like we're basically biological computers. I feel like dreams are the best drugs ever. Like you can do whatever you want in your dreams. You can receive very powerful insight. You can have a lot of fun. You can vent. You can like do what you feel like doing, and you probably will like see other shit that you don't want to see. And
You know what my
I
dream
think
was
it's very
last night?
important. What was your dream last night, buddy?
I had a dream I took a fucking nap. What the?
What the fuck?
That's good.
We already asleep.
That's good.
I'm already asleep. I'm supposed to teleport.
Well, maybe it was a out of body experience. Was it like what you were currently wearing and the way you're currently living and stuff?
No, it was in somebody's garage. I don't know.
Oh, what are you doing in that garage, huh?
Sleeping, bro.
You were leaving? Okay. But you took a nap in the garage.
It's not illegal.
No, I didn't say it was illegal. I was just like, what are you doing over there, buddy?
I don't fucking know. Looking for a cat.
You don't know. Your subconscious is trying to orchestrate some type of agenda.
I need to find a
Have
garage.
you tried this is a new fad I've been doing lately. I like to research my dreams on Google AI, and I like to see like a breakdown synopsis of what Google AI will tell me what my dreams are about. It's actually kind of fun. It's also very fun to look at.
Too?
Not necessarily a horoscope, but it's just like I like reflecting on it myself and try to think if there's any meaning to it or if it's just a dream.
Yo, Taco, but I have a
But then I'll
question.
go to AI.
What do you think about Freemasons?
Yeah. Freemasons, I don't know much about them, but basically from what I've seen, I'm pretty absolutely sure that they worship the devil. And
No, not really. I mean, depends on how you view it.
That's what
If you're an Orthodox
Freemason
Christian,
would say.
kind of. If
That's
you're
what a
like
Freemason would say.
Freemasons don't make sense to me because Freemason, their whole thing is you have to believe in like a supreme being and then you join. But it's like a mix of religions.
As long as that supreme being is not God, as long as it can steer you in the direction away from God. But yeah, sorry.
No, well, that's the thing. Like when you join originally, they'll say it has to be God. They'll say you have to believe in at least one monotheistic God. Like you have to believe in the law, or you have to like read the Torah or the Bible, and you have to be in one of these religions to join.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, and well, they made the United States. Like a lot of the founding fathers were Freemasons, and a lot of like the first buildings set up were like Freemason lodges.
Yeah, fun fact. Did you know that the entire district of I think Washington D.C. is like this giant architectural grid based off of a pentagram alignment?
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, no, I've like seen that shit because the city planner was like a weirdo and he made like
Yeah, and
some weird
they have to
designs on it.
specifically look. I used to work for a convention center in my city, and I came across a weird couple of individuals that they wanted like their tables. They literally wanted their tables like 6 inches apart, 6 inches away, 6 inches like this and that, and 6 tables, 6 chairs, 6, 6, 6, 6.
I
And
hate them because they're so
devil.
corny. They're so corny.
I started asking my managers. I'm like, "Yo, are these like direct
If that's
instructions?"
true, like I
given
wouldn't be surprised because they're
to us?
pretty like that. They'll be like, "We want to make it look evil. We'll make it 6 tables." That's why they're dumb. That's why they kind of got exposed for everyone's like calling them out.
The evil person will eventually reveal his true intentions or snitch on himself, as I've seen.
Yeah, no, well, it's just LARPers. Like, it's like a group of like these like religious
Yeah.
fanatics who they're like, we have this esoteric knowledge. Join our club. We're the only people who can tell you the truth about the universe. And it's just like a rich people society to screw people over.
But they're actually seriously like role playing like with other people's
Oh, I know.
lives.
Yeah, but it's no different than like some guy like in the in his mom's basement doing Dungeons and Dragons. In my opinion, the only difference is he'll rent out a place and dress up in robes and get swords and be like chanting some bullshit. They put a little more effort in, but that's about it. They're not summoning spirits.
I'm glad that you brought that up actually, because it turns out there was like this thing going on in the 60s or whenever Dungeons and Dragons came out that people were starting to say that those were occultists, those were like sorcerers, and like all this shit to just make games look bad in general, right? But if you go dive down deeper in that rabbit hole, they weren't entirely wrong. There's some freaky deaky shit going on.
Yeah.
There's an old man that's he's a survivor, bro. I don't know if he's a survivor, but he was like molested and shit when he was like 12 and like up until like 18 or whatever, and he met these people inside of a Christian church community, and all these people in the church community were like, they were like whoring each other. They're like whoring each other, raping each other, molesting each other, all this shit, and they would go back to church like it didn't happen, and they would go repent for their sins and stuff. And basically what this has to do with Dungeons and Dragons is that this man was like, he was being lured by some adults, and they would play Dungeons and Dragons there like every day, and then it would just get weirder and weirder, and then he would be rewarded with like snacks and like pizza.
Yeah.
Like every time he went over, they always had fucking pizza. So they were grooming him, they were sugarcoating it, and they were baiting him with the food, and some type of fucked up.
Well, yeah, that's like
pedophile.
every religious sect does that, like that sort of stuff. Like they'll abuse their power, and it's not just religion; it's like every aspect of life. No, it's bad. Bad shit.
It's crazy that in Christianity you can do literally anything as long as you say you're sorry. Then you're just good.
That's not how it actually works. It's just the sick individuals.
That's just
that
what
can't,
bad
like,
people tell themselves.
That's just what they do. They just do that shit for some reason.
Well, I don't know how you feel about Marxism and stuff like that, but like like one of the theories
I don't even know what
about
Marxism
like,
is.
capitalism and one of the things about like capitalism is like people consolidate power, and you can kind of say the same thing about these like religious people. Like a lot of them in the past, they consolidated power. They were the only people able to read and understand shit, and some of them probably knew like what they were reading was bullshit or they were kind of schizo, and they formed this whole cult where you have this gnosis and we're gonna enlighten you and all this shit, and they were able to kind of seduce the elite at this time and I don't know, like put themselves up perpetually in power, like to this day. The biggest institutions, kind of like pushing the strings of religious institutions like the Vatican, and then you have like Zionism and like all the Christians in America who put money towards that shit, and a lot of them are willing to literally die for it.
Yeah, they're really brainwashed. But that's right. I doubt that these elitists actually believe in Satan as well or any black magic things. I think they just do it just for like theatric purposes and
It's
just to be silly.
50-50
They're like
because you have
frat
to keep
boys.
them. Yeah, we have to keep in mind, like not too long ago, because like everyone was religious, like in the 80s and 70s, even in 50s, 60s, people believed in God and they thought that was the truth, and they were even open. Some people, a lot more people
Uh,
open to the idea of
I
magic.
think anyone who studies politics would easily come to the conclusion that the politicians have no God. They know that they
Yeah,
are kings. They know they are the true rulers. They know religion is just the opium of the masses to control the masses, so the masses don't kill their masters because that's a morally sinful thing
I
to do, and
see.
you cannot do that.
Yeah,
And also, because it will say what's it called they were all like God chose them, God favored them, it's all God's plan, that's why he's the leader, etc, etc, etc,
I
so
get
you
you.
can't question it. And then
I see.
so that's why religious people like the leaders themselves, they know that. But Obama himself, he carried a chain, a keychain with every religion totem on it, one of Hanuman, one of Buddha, one of Jesus, one of Muhammad, one some Judaism thing. And then he had like all these different totems from all these different religions, and he says he keeps it for good luck. Meanwhile, he dropped the most bombs on the Middle East, more than George Bush. More than George Bush, he dropped more bombs in the Middle East during his 2 terms.
So,
And so he knows there's no God. He knows like there's no hell for
alright.
him. There's no afterlife where I'm being judged by a higher power or something like that. He knows that. All the ruling class knows that. They play God. They just use it masses. But
So
they know
wait,
they
so
have to please the institutions because the institutions of religion really control the people. The politicians don't control the people. In the end of the day,
yeah.
when people lose trust with politics, they turn to their church. They turn to their faith. And so the faith really controls the people. So if the higher up priests and all the arbiters or whatever that, you have to keep them happy. Like if they don't keep the Pope happy, the Pope turns against them, and then the people will turn against them easily because the people would rather follow the faith rather than the politicians.
And even in like the age of monarchies, where like everyone believed that the leader was appointed by God, do you like even like those people knew like it was like fake?
The people that said yes, the monarchies, yes, 100%, because they had to go to war, they had to kill, they had to defend. They were taught from a young age, the actual rulers, the royal families and shit. They were taught that like Machiavellian type of tactics rather than like religious type of
I
ideology.
see. I would have thought that the like idea they're appointed by God in some way might have even carried down to some of them. Like you might even have people like Queen Elizabeth or King Charles, and they might still have some idea like maybe they're appointed by God and maybe it's true, and like how else can Britain be this strong and blah blah blah. I would have thought that too.
But I think most of them, if they could like think anywhere rationally, they would come to the conclusion that 100% this is just a ploy to
Yeah.
placate the masses. There's no difference from any human being from another.
I guess I just think they don't think rationally sometimes. I get because some of them are retarded, some of them are stupid, and they led to the downfall of their like kingdom, and they fucked up big time. I guess like I guess the ones I didn't believe in used it tactically were filtered out, and the ones
Is
that
the
are like
devil
stupid
real?
died. The devil real?
The devil is not real. God is not real. Angel, demon.
I see. I
The
see.
whether
It's all
the devil
about
is
right
real
now.
depends on belief, with major religions like Christianity and Islam viewing Satan as a fallen angel jinn who tempts humanity, while some Jewish traditions see
No,
Satan
Venom.
as a
No,
metaphor
Venom,
for
Venom,
inner
Venom,
evil,
Venom,
and
Venom,
others
Venom.
see the
Listen,
figure.
Venom, shut up. Venom, Venom, Venom! You're making me crash out on live. Venom. God, the only acceptance of God is the natural laws and the universe and existence itself. That is the only acceptance of God you get. After that, there is no God. There is no whatever you just said. There's no jinns. There's no any of that bullshit, Venom. You have to chill the fuck out, and you have to ground
What about
yourself in material reality,
about the
Venom.
soldiers?
Material reality.
But what about the soldiers? What about the soldiers' testimonials when they say that they seen jinn in the deserts when they were in Afghanistan?
They could
No,
be
bro.
dehydrated.
Exactly. They're dehydrated.
Are you
They were
gonna
delusional.
dismiss
They were
them as
they were
crazy,
watching.
like crazy
They were watching.
soldiers?
Wait, hold on. They were watching women and children, innocent Afghani women and children getting bombed to death by American drone strikes. That's what they were watching, left and right. They're
This has
soldiers
been
of
going
America.
on for years
But
before that, though.
do you know how America fights wars in the last decade? They don't do one-on-one like actual combat. They bomb the fuck out of them first, and then they move in. They bomb the fuck out of them. So when people like go into Stormer Place, it's usually like already bombed the fuck up, and everyone's already half dying, and you're just executing whoever's left. You go a little crazy, man.
Womp womp.
Yeah, but the women and the children, they would warn the soldiers like not to walk in the wasteland after night, and then a couple of people like tested that shit and they got fucking pretty scared. And then back in like during the Nom days, we had these fucking night vision tech, and they had to like, you can look this up. You can find this shit online. But wait, before that though, they had to fucking switch the night vision goggles to fucking to green or whatever the fuck. They had to switch it and update it because all the pilots and all the soldiers started shooting at each other because they started seeing fucking like flying demons chasing them or fucking following them or just being around them, pretty much like harassing them. But go ahead. And you can look all this shit up. I'm not just talking out of my ass. He's gonna go look it up.
Evidence to support literally
you
any
made him leave,
conclusion.
Venom. You made him leave, Venom. You made the communists leave, Venom.
That's good. That means
You're delusional as fuck,
the
Venom. You gotta stop
indoctrination
talking. Venom, you have
Wait,
to
hold
stop
on,
talking
wait,
your
Lala-
opinions.
Lala
Your
was saying
opinions,
something.
your opinions here do not matter, Venom.
No, they're not opinions. These are just fucking experiences of other people. But
No,
Lala
but
was
it's
saying
a
You could
something.
also
conspiracy theory.
find
You don't know if
data
it's
to
real.
You could find data to support like literally any conclusion.
Yeah, exactly. Venom, you're so dumb. You have no critical thinking, Venom.
I think until I can't think anymore. I thought that was critical thinking. You guys want to see my scar?
Oh, sure.
Lala, Venom is a ESFP. He's not an ENFP.
Oh, noted.
And he's a 9W8. That's why he's so fat and lazy. And
I love that bitches.
and then he's
It's somewhere right here.
he's a
I don't know where
7W6,
it's at.
and that's why he never takes anything seriously, and he's all silly and stuff. He's a 7W6, and then he's 2W3. He's a 2W3. He's like the hostess type. He wants to like please.
I'm also
He's a
kids
279.
WB.
Aren't you a 279?
I'm a kids
Lala, aren't
WB
you
in
a
the 602.
279?
Allegedly.
Yeah. You guys are. He's a censor version of you, Lala.
He's
This
a
is what you would
censor?
be. Yeah, he's a censor. He's a ESFP. He's not ENFP. I used to think he was ENFP, but he's an ESFP. He's a materialistic dumb.
I'm a materialistic. Where the fuck is the material? Where's the material? Tell me. I'm so
You're
materialistic.
broke as
Where the
fuck.
fuck is it at?
That's crazy, Venom. Venom, you're poor as fuck. Venom. I need to start doing a GoFundMe. Yo, Prometheus, we gotta start this guy. Hey, chat. We're gonna start a GoFundMe for Venom.
No, he's
Venom
playing with
is
the devil horns. He worships the devil. I just saw he threw up the devil horns. Watch out for this fuck.
Let's go. Let's go.
He's
Bible's
gonna
pretty
start
clear
doing
on that
this
one,
shit.
pal.
Don't worry.
He's gonna
Don't worry.
start doing that
Don't
now.
worry. We going to the top, Venom. Venom. We
No.
going to the top.
No,
We going
I'm
to the
happy.
top, Venom.
I'm happy suffering.
Devil's
I'm
under
his
attack. I'll sell
I
my
like
soul
your
for you,
Venom.
Venom. I'll sell my soul and buy you a house.
No, we can't get diddied, man. That's the goal, is to not get diddied.
I am Diddy, Venom. I am Diddy.
Oh fuck, dude. I thought those baby oils were.
Wow.
I like everybody's little hats. They're really cute.
I think your little hat, and I can't say the rest.
What?
I think you're a little hat, and I cannot say the
Wants
rest.
to wear. He wants to wear you. He wants to wear you.
I didn't say that. What the fuck?
Get in line. No.
Hey, Lala. you got
Wait.
any more of those turkey legs?
Sexual harassment is bad. Don't sexually harass people.
Bible's pretty clear on
Only
that one,
if they
pal.
want it.
Hey, chill. We're live. No one sexually harasses here. This is not a creeper zone.
I drew
Please
a sheep
come into
earlier.
Cosmic Commune.
Are you struggling with finding your perfect dream partner? I can help you with that.
I'm going to Comic-Con next month. I'm gonna find like a nerdy husband or something.
Wait, where at? Where is it at? Where is it at?
It's in Florida.
Okay. How are you gonna peacock? What are you gonna do?
I'll just ask people to talk about their passions and interests.
What kind of skills do you have? What are you gonna dress up as? Who are you gonna dress up as?
I'm still figuring that out, actually. What do you think? I don't
How
know.
about Poison Ivy? How about Poison Ivy?
She's so sexy. Oh my god. Maybe.
Well, what do you got? What do you got in your arsenal?
Wait, what is this for? What is this for? I just tripped
Comic-Con?
out.
Comic-Con?
He's telling me how to
shit.
visit birds at Comic-Con.
You should go as a pumpkin patch kid.
On it.
Dude, no. Then she's gonna attract all the weirdos.
I already talked to weirdos.
Exactly. You're gonna like make them come out of the shells and shit. He ha ha. He ha ha. He.
Yeah, you could be a mall Santa.
I could be a who?
A mall Santa, like ho ho ho.
A mall Santa? I want to be like a
Mhm.
mall Power Ranger. I want to be like a mall Super Sentai Warrior.
That's so cool.
Warrior.
You should.
No, you should do that, Venom. You should go out and like dress up in like costumes and take pictures with people for money. Because you're broke.
No, I'm not gonna be like one of those assholes on the New York Square.
Yeah. Do it, Venom. Do it, Venom.
I'll be like, this is for my YouTube channel. Can we collab? Can we collab? Yeah, if you walk around the mall, apparently you can just ask people to subscribe to your channel, and they'll just blindly do it.
Don't do anything in the mall.
Anything?
Oh.
How do you know?
Wait, how has
How
everybody's
you
day?
know?
How has everybody's day been?
How's my day been? Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Did you sleep like
Are you
at
asking
all?
from the soul?
I'm asking from the soul.
Well, I hope that you had a nice day, and I hope that no one was being mean to you. And if
Oh my
they
God.
were, I will snap their neck.
I had such a good day at work today. Like this group of like elderly people. Like I don't know, I literally just like stuck my tongue out at them while I was taking their order, and they went on for like 5 minutes. They were like, "She's so cute," and that was really good for me. It was awesome. Then I had play rehearsal.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm overanalyzing. Why'd you stick your tongue out at them?
Because it's cute.
Yeah, it's a little cute, but what's your agenda? You trying
I
to steal
wanted
her
them to-
husband?
I wanted them to tip me, bro. And they did.
So was it like from the heart, or was it like from?
Performative tongue sticking.
Down in the link below, you'll see a link to her page. No, I'm just kidding. Totally joking.
That's not
Totally
true.
joking. Yeah.
But today was nice.
Dude, I think wait, hold on. This is something. Imagine like a figurative, like a hypothetical OnlyFans page where like there's like the hot girl like serving the ice cream and then you know what I'm
Like drops
saying?
it on her shirt.
It like
takes off.
escalates and advances on to like a fantasy.
I'll do anything for a tip.
Oh, that's golden. That's fucking golden, dude. That's hilarious. So like you accidentally like pull your apron off and then you just like drop it like all the way over there by the guy. And then you go walk all the way over there to fucking pick it up and slowly like finesse him with your
okay. Step out of La La Land. Thank you for the input though.
So I've been using
Yeah, how do you follow that?
No, just kidding. I can't breathe.
You're
Can't
wheezing. Just
Yeah.
breathe. I don't.
I have asthma.
Oh, you have asthma?
Yeah.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
When I was a baby, a scorpion tried to kill me and it didn't work.
Okay.
Breathe. Breathe.
You breathe.
child.
You're the fucking asthmatic. Thank you.
For
I bet-
everyone in the chat.
All right, comrade, I want you to tell us that you bet you can eat the most chicken wings out of all of us in the chat.
No, dude, that would be me.
I probably could.
If the competition is the most spicy chicken wings, I'm winning.
Oh,
Yeah?
I'll destroy you guys all.
Nah,
I'll
dude.
destroy you all.
I'd
I'll
fucking
destroy
win.
you all.
I'd fucking win.
If it was
dude.
spicy, you guys would be fucked.
Nah.
You guys are delusional, dude. I'd crush you all.
Dude, I could eat 24 atomic hot wings. I could eat 24 atomic hot
Eating the
wings.
hottest, spiciest wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. 30 of them, Venom.
I can fuck Jezebel while she has a habanero.
Enough.
Sorry, I forgot. You're one of the guys now, Lala. It's time to adapt.
We're live, guys. We're live.
My bad.
It's nice to be included, though. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having us all here, comrade. I mean, Mr. Nobody. Mr. Nobody.
He's like Odysseus.
He's like Olympus and Orion with the strap.
Yep.
I can't wait for that Odyssey movie. That Odyssey peak. I can't wait for Michael Jackson movie. Michael Jackson movie peak.
Couldn't get much better, but it keeps on trying.
Oh, there's this new Gemini feature, like the new Gemini fast version, which is pretty like accessible and free, pretty much. It makes apps for you now. It makes like apps and it makes like a whole bunch of like other stuff. It's really good. It's like the best AI I've ever like been using lately. You guys should try it.
But how can we make money? How can we make money off of it?
Venom, you need to go on welfare. Venom,
I'm not.
you're so
Can I
broke,
say
you're
it?
unemployed.
Can I say it? Can I say it or can I not say it?
Say it.
I'm not.
No, don't say a
I'm
swear
not-
word. Don't say a swear. Don't.
I'm
Don't
not.
get
I'm
me
not
mad.
African American enough to be a welfare queen. No, I didn't.
Guys.
No, I didn't.
We do not applaud that here. Venom
Yeah, that was just a
is,
joke. I love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is like my favorite comedian.
Okay.
Fuck yo couch. I'm Rick James, bitch.
I wish I had a baby.
That shit's funny as fuck.
All right, Lala. I want you to tell us step by step how to make the best voodoo fries.
Huh?
I want you to tell us step by step on how we can make the best voodoo fries in all of Tamriel.
Do you want like an actual recipe?
Yeah. I want you to give us the steps.
Okay. Well, you could make them frozen or fresh. I don't think it really matters. Cajun seasoning is not some like secret sauce. It's literally just like paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, cayenne, and black pepper.
Dude, that was a secret to me. That's some good shit.
Okay, so I think you will need shredded cheese. You should shred it yourself because it melts better. The secret seasoning I just mentioned, oil, salt. You'll need fucking potatoes, or you could get frozen. I don't know if you actually wanted this. I could go. I could go over it.
Girl, look at me. Look at how swole I am. I fucking need it.
Okay.
I need that recipe.
So, for the sauce, it's just like mayo, ranch, hot sauce, and like minced garlic plus the seasoning. I don't know, bake the fries. Bake the fries. And then while they are hot, you toss them with the seasoning. And then you put them on a tray. And then you put the cheese on it. And then you broil that until the cheese melts. And then you mix the sauce. And then you drizzle the sauce over. And then you add whatever toppings, like green onions or bacon or fucking jalapenos or whatever your preference is.
Okay. With that,
He's gonna tell me why I'm
Sounds
wrong.
so good. That sounds very good.
No, now Conrad's gonna tell me like why I'm wrong.